What's up? And welcome back to another episode of the Sweet Cherry Podcast. I am Cherry. And if you are new to my podcast, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm glad you love us enough to stick around. For those that are new, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora Radio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And that's just to name a few. All you have to do is search up Sweet Cherry Podcast and you will find us. And if not, if you want to really look around, go into our YouTube and go into the description where you can find all the links to all my social media platforms and just follow me and support me through there. Also, you can support me at patreon.com, which is where you will get exclusive episodes that you won't find in other areas, and you get also behind the scene footages, pics, and just a whole bunch of extra perks just for supporting us. Yeah, and you could just search up Sweet Cherry Podcast. We're all over. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and join in on the conversation. So basically, I was driving home the other night and I always listen to the radio on my drive home, and I happened to be listening to Power 105.1 on the way home. And at that time, it was about 11 o'clock or something like that. And I was listening to the guy that's on at that time. And he always has like segments while he's playing music where the people can call and jump in on the conversations. He will ask a question and he has the people call in and, give their opinions and stuff. So this particular episode I found interesting because I'm in it. So I lived through it. So his question was, can you take someone seriously if they have their ex's name on, tattooed on them, or, or a portrait? So I don't have my ex's name. I have my partner's name. And I've been with my partner for a very long time. And I had his name tatted on me before we got married, or, we were just dating. And I was crazy and I had gotten his name tatted. So he's not my ex, but I was thinking like, how that would affect me if, God forbid, we broke up or something like that. And he also has my name tatted, so I'm just gonna throw that out there too. So if that would, affect him, if we had broken up or gotten divorced. So I was like, some people were calling in and they were like, nah, I can't be with someone and da 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 da. And for me, I think it's like it depends on the situation. How long ago was the breakup? How long ago did you get the tattoo? A lot of things play into the decision making for me. So like if you did it when you were young and dumb, or like, you were married and you thought you were going to be with this person forever, and you were together for quite some time, then I would kind of accept it. And if you have already been separated for a while, like years, not like 1 year or 2 year, but like I think a minimum of like 4 years, just to make sure that you aren't going back. I mean, anything can happen because there are stories where, um, people get back together after years and years and years of being apart. But, and it also has to depend whether do they have kids together? Are they still in contact? Are they still cool? Why did they break up also, was it a bad breakup or was it like a mutual friendly breakup because of whatever the case may be? So I think a lot of things have to factor in. For me, if you had the person's name tatted on you, let's say you got it when you were like in your 20s and now you're like 35, but you're no longer dealing with the person or you're not married to the person or anything like that, but you just haven't covered it up or gotten it removed or whatever the case may be, or maybe you want to keep it because that's just a piece of your past, you know? And I think I'd still, I don't think it would bother me in that sense, you know? Um, because I'm like, I'm not gonna be thinking like, oh, you still with this person, or you're still dwelling on the person because your name is tatted. Tats are expensive to cover up. Tats are expensive to remove and very painful. And if you're the type of person that's like, yeah, that's my past, and whatever, I carry it with me. But I move forward. I'm not with this person. I don't ever plan on being to them. I don't talk to them anymore. You just leave it at that. Now, if I'm with you long enough, um, if I'm with the person long enough and then we decide that we're going to get married or things like that, then maybe later on I might want it covered. Like, all right, now, we're together, you're my husband, and this, that, and the other. Then I might ask for you to cover it up. Not with my name or add my name someplace or anything like that, but just to, so I don't have to see it anymore. Like, you're mine and the story is over. Now, that's only if it's a name. If it's a picture, I don't know. We gonna have to change. We gonna have to change that picture. Because sometimes people just do stupid stuff. They think it's cool. They think they're gonna be with the people forever, and you know what I'm saying. Or you know, hey, if you end up with the person, you didn't waste it. Like, you have the tattoo, it's yours. You guys are still together, so it's not a big deal. But if you separate and you have to walk around, all this years and years and years with this person's picture on your face, on your body, it's like, and then I'm gonna be in a relationship with you, and then if it gets to a point where we get engaged or we get married, that definitely has to get covered up, changed, or something. We it got something has to go. It has to change. It has to be gone or some way. You know. So, but I don't think that it would deter me from dating you or seeing you as long as I know what the situation is about. Because I hear people were like calling in and they were like, nah, they still messing with them or this, that, and the other. And that might not be the case. Like, they did something and they're not together and they just haven't, you know, covered it up or gotten rid of it or changed it or whatever they, would do. But I don't think it would deter me from dating anybody. Uh, because I think there's more things that would prevent me from seeing a person rather than just a tattoo. Like, what's most important is if they have a shitty personality, or are they you know are they goal oriented. I'm more interested in those things. We could worry about the tattoo later. The tattoo can always be changed. It could always be gone, or whatever the case may be. But I don't think that it's going to affect me in a way where I'm not going to talk to you or give you a chance, because you might be like a great person. The person might be like a really good person. You guys click well, and I'm going to pass it up because you got a tattoo of your ex's name, you know? And it also depends how long the breakup is. Like, if y'all just broke up like 2 months ago, that's caution, 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 caution. I am not gonna be like, if I decide to take the route and date you, I'm dating you with caution and with an awareness that this, you may go back, or y'all still talking and messing around on the side possibly. And it would depend what I'm looking for. Like, if I'm just looking for someone to hang out with and have a good time with, then that's what it is. And if I'm looking for a relationship and you just got out of a relationship, uh, then I might pass up on you because, you're clearly still have feelings for the other person. Like I'm just going to be a rebound. And at that point, if I'm looking for a relationship, I'm not going to look to be in a relationship with someone that's, seeing me as a rebound. But I don't think, yeah, I definitely don't think that the tattoo should deter anybody from giving someone a chance. Like I said, I have my partner's name tatted on me, and if there comes a point in a time where we're not together anymore, I wouldn't remove it. I wouldn't cover it up either, because for me, like that's my past, and they were a big part of it, and it is what it is. If I know that it's over and there's no chance of reconciliation, whatever, it's just gonna be carried along with me a time in my life. And I feel like all tattoos, um you know are a representation of a point in our life. Whether it's a stupid tattoo and you just decided, like, one drunken night you went and decided and got a tattoo, like that tattoo, you're always going to remember that night because you went and you had a good time, you was drinking or whatever you was doing, and you had fun and you decided to get the tattoo. So you're always going to remember that night. And I think, like, even though maybe later on you might not like the tattoo anymore, or um, it just doesn't fit you anymore, as because you've changed as a person or whatever. I think I would just leave it. I would just leave it because it represents a time in your life that, you know, was fun. The moment was fun. And when you look at it, you always think back to getting it. Like all my tattoos that I have, like I thought about, um and they all kind of represent a time in my life. So except for one. There's one that it doesn't really represent anything. I just decided to get a tattoo. So, um, but the other ones definitely, have a little story behind it. So, I don't want to, I wouldn't choose to remove them, because even though I always go back and forth on, like, damn, should I get my tattoos, laser removed and just have like a new canvas? Or I always go back and forth between wanting to get more or wanting to get them removed. So, but I still have them all. So I don't think I'd get them removed. But I do think about it. But I'm pretty sure that that wouldn't happen. But I could probably say that I would definitely get another one in the future. It's such a hard place to be where you have tattoos, because I like tattoos, I really do. And it's like I want more, I like more. But then again, I'm like, but I do like the idea of not having any. So it's like a fine line to walk. Of getting them, or but they're always there. When I look at them, I remember each time that I went and I got the tattoo. I remember each moment of every tattoo that I've gotten. So in that aspect, I do enjoy them, like, because I get to think back on those days and what I did and why I was doing it, and things like that. Who I was with, did we get it to get, did we both get tattoos at the same time, and things like that. So, it's like a story, as you go through life, like when you look at them, it's a story that you can always look back on. And I like to think of the tattoos like that. So I will probably end up getting another one at some point. Um, I'm supposed to actually get one with my mom, but I think she's scared, which I don't blame her. I have a high pain tolerance, so they don't really, affect me like that. They are painful, yeah, but they don't really like affect me like that. I think the most painful tattoo that I have is the one on my foot. Um, that one was no joke. That one was no joke. That one hurt a lot. Just because it's, bony. But all the rest of them, I didn't really have an issue with them. So, but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to doing it with my mom. Something that we can do together. She has no tattoos, and she's always talked about getting one, but she's never gotten one. And I try to talk her into getting one with me. So something that represents us together. So I'm definitely going to get that one. And after that, I don't know if I'll get any more, and I'll just chill out and be with those whatever I have. Um, but they are addicting, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll be 60 years old at the tattoo parlor. No, I'm joking. um, but yeah, I definitely don't think like, having tattoos should deter anyone from dating someone just because they have something that represents a piece of their past. Um, again, relationship wise, I would really just consider like how long have they been broken up for, and what their current status is. Are they friendly, you know, or do they not talk at all? If they're friendly, that's a little sketchy. Um, that might bother me. But if they don't talk at all, I don't really think it would bother me at all. I just carry on like, all right, well, whatever you have, a piece of your past on you. So I don't like to think like people holding other people's past against them, like, oh, you used to do this or you used to do that, or you were with someone and you have something that represents them and stuff like that, because you can't hold it against them. Everybody has a past. Everybody, you know, you ain't the only one in a person's life. Like, you just coming in. This person experienced a whole lot before you came along. And if they chose to get a tattoo in that moment, that's what they felt like doing, but it shouldn't affect what you guys are going to have or gonna build or anything like that. This everybody just has a past. So, I don't feel like it would be a big deal. Again, depending on what the circumstance is. Now we are just breaking up or things like that. Like, that's different. But other than that, like, nah. At least, and I wouldn't want anybody to hold it against me either. Like, oh, you got your ex's name on, but we haven't been together for like 6 years. You're not gonna be with me because I have someone, my ex, who I had, you know, uh, I have a past with. I could have been married, had kids, and things like that. But I'm not with them. I haven't spoken to them. I don't talk to them like, outside of whatever needs to be spoken about with kids and stuff like that. So you're gonna hold it against me. I could be like the best person on earth for you, and you're gonna pass it out because I have a tattoo. That would just, to me, that just sounds dumb. To me, that sounds dumb. But to other people, maybe other people can't take it, because they have it in their mind, like, oh, they must still be thinking about them and this, that, and the other. I mean, obviously, when they look at it, they're gonna be reminded you know, of what they had and things like that. And but who doesn't think back of the past and remember, the moments in their life and the people that were in their life and things like that. I think everybody does at some point. I don't think you need a tattoo to make you think back on it, you know what I'm saying? And usually after a while, like, you just look at stuff and you just be like, whatever, like, you don't even think about, it's just a tattoo, like, it's just an image. It doesn't become like, it's not like every time you look at it you're gonna be like, damn, I did this with her or him, or and, and the life that we had, and da, 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 da. Like, you're not gonna always do that. Like, you're just gonna look at it and you're gonna just be like, oh, tattoo. Or not even, it's gonna be like nothing eventually. Like, I look at my tattoos now and I'm just like, whatever, they're there. Like, it doesn't always bring back the memories or anything. Like, I just look at it just like looking, at my body, just my body's there. It doesn't, it doesn't always stir up any type of memory. Just, I look at it as there, or, and I carry on, move on. It doesn't become anything that's like, I'll look at it and always think about the story behind it. After time, it's just like, like with anything else, like, you got a new car, like, you're all hyped about it, you want to show it off, and it's brand new and you all into it. And then as time goes on, it's just your car. Like, you just get in it every day. There's nothing special about it anymore. And you just carry on, like, you don't look at your car every day and be like, that's my car. I remember when I bought it. I was so excited. Like, you don't do that every day. You just get in your car and drive it and go on and carry on. Now, there are times maybe you, like, you might look at it, or when you're washing your car and it looks like nice and clean and sparkly and brand spanking new, it'll give you that feeling again, like when you first bought it. And maybe you think about it like, damn, I remember when I got my car, I was so excited, and whatever the case may be for the day. And in that moment, you remember it and you enjoy it. And then the next day or in a few hours, like, you're gonna forget about all that and you're just gonna jump in your car, you're gonna keep on driving, and you're not even gonna think about it anymore. It's just gonna be a car, nothing special. And then, that's the same thing with tattoos. After a while, they just become something that's on you, and you don't even think about them anymore. You don't think about the story behind it. You don't think about anything when it comes to that. You just got it, and it becomes nothing. So, and then there are times that you do find, you'll think about it and the story will come to mind and stuff like that. But, other than that, like, not dating someone because they have their ex's name tatted or whatever, I think you have to think past that and see, gain the story behind it, and then make a sound decision. You know what I'm saying? I think you could be passing up the love your life. Just for a little old tattoo. you know? So on that note, I am going to sign off. So, give people a chance, find out the info and the scoop behind it, and then make a decision from there whether you want to continue on. But I don't think just bypass a person because they got their ex's name on them or their picture, Hopefully it's not like a big ass giant portrait. You're like, we gonna do something with this because this can't stay. But yeah, and like I said in the beginning, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're following us on YouTube. If not, you can catch us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora. Just search around Sweet Cherry Podcast. Make sure you share us. And if you want to support us, again, catch us on patreon.com/Sweet Cherry Podcast. And I will catch you guys on the next episode. Later.